Aren't computers amazing? So, welcome everybody to 10 money making, time saving, custom printing tools presented by Transfer Express. My name is Andy Curtis. I am the Learning and Development Manager here at Transfer Express. I am clearly not an IT expert, though. um, Today, we're going to talk about some money making, time saving, custom printing tools. And hopefully, the goal here is we're going to give everybody some fantastic tools to walk away with. Our goal here at Transfer Express is to make you successful somehow. So hopefully we can get something out of this. Hopefully you'll get some tips and some tricks and some tidbits that will make you successful. So if you've joined me before, then welcome back. If you have not joined me before, then we are recording this webinar as always. We'll cut out the struggle with the headphones there. But we're recording this webinar, and you'll be able to rewatch it on our website, transferexpress.com. If you have any questions, please do feel free to type them into the chat box. I will do my best to answer them as we go. If I do not get to them, then my helper behind the curtain will go ahead and answer. So thank you, everybody, again, for joining us. And let's go ahead and get started with 10 money-making, time-saving, custom printing tools. All right, so point number one, know your cost, price for profit. The idea here is that we have several different calculators at transferexpress.com that allow you to see what the price of the transfers is going to be. We do our best to make it as easy as possible to use them. For example, the picture we're looking at here, this is our screen print transfer calculator. All you need to do is tell us how many sheets that you need of your transfers, how many colors it's going to be. You choose your drop down for the ink formula and let us know if it's going to be easy print, meaning out of our catalog, or plus, which means your custom artwork. Now, if you are trying to get a quote and you're trying to use this calculator and you're not sure which ink formula to use, the best default ink formula to use just for the sake of getting the right pricing is the ElastiPrints. The ElastiPrints is one of our specialty inks, and it does include the extra 50 cents per sheet for the specialty inks. So if worse comes to worse, if you don't know what you're going to choose ElastiPrints just for the sake of getting a quote. But again, the whole tip here is know the cost of the transfers and then price for profit. And I'm going to give you a little formula in just a second in terms of what you should charge in terms of trying to make profit. But so this is the gang sheet pricing calculator for the screen printed product. If you're trying to figure out how many images will fit on a sheet for a gang sheet, you'll notice there's a little red link right there that you could click to get to the gang sheet calculator as well. And this calculator is easily found at transferexpress.com under our screen printed transfer section. So not only do we have this screen printed transfer price calculator, but then we also have the digital transfer price calculator as well. Now, keep in mind, both these products are priced very differently. The CAD prints and the rhinestones are priced on a square inch basis, to where the screen printed product is priced based on how many sheets and how many colors. So that's why we have the two different calculators here. So again, from the dropdown that says media type, you would choose what kind of CAD print you want. And again, if you're looking for just a general price and you're not sure what type of CAD print, the best one to choose there, just for the sake of getting a quote, is CAD Print Opaque. It's a good middle-of-the-road product. It does a lot of different things. It has a lot of different features, and it goes on everything. So if you're looking for just a general quote, CAD Print Opaque is a good one to choose. Cut-in type is the next option listed there. Cut-in type refers to whether or not you want to keep the white outline that appears on all CAD prints. You can choose to keep the white outline. You can choose to have it cut off. Number of images is obviously how many CAD prints you need, and then the height and the width. So once you type all this information in, you can get a clear quote from us here at Transfer Express as to how much the transfer is going to cost you. And then from there, you can intelligently decide what your price to your customers is going to be. So on that note, here is how we help you figure that out. We have a retail price list on our website. For those of you who have been with us for a long time, you might remember that the retail price list used to come in our marketing kit. You used to have to pay for that year to year. But you as the customers have spoken. You've told us that you wanted the price guide as something you could get to easily, that you didn't have to purchase. So here we have it. We do update this every January, and we make it easily downloadable off of transferexpress.com. It's under our marketing materials section. The retail price list is just something you can print out and show your customers for how much they should be paying you for the transfers. Now, this is obviously just recommended pricing. This is obviously not something you have to follow, but it's a great starting point for those of you who don't already have something like this nice copy to show your customers. They're just recommended guidelines, and what we've really done here, what we've done is taken our regular prices, our regular price matrix, and doubled it. So if you're familiar with our price guide and you've seen our Easy Prints and Easy Prints Plus pricing before, then it's the same look even. The grid looks exactly the same, but what we've done is doubled it. That is the suggested retail value of the transfers. Now, even if you don't necessarily like each price that's listed on the price guide, what's nice is you can use this as a starting point, and from here, you can discount as needed. And actually, this is where we can get very salesy with this, and we can tell you that one of the best tips and tricks you can do is to offer discounts to new customers to help drive business and get new business. So simply by showing them this pricing and offering to give a discount or offering to take some off or first-time customer discounts, etc. Either way, the point is this retail price list is a place for you to start. This is just a jumping off point. You can use it as you will from there. And again, it's a free download from transferexpress.com under our marketing materials section. So sales flyers. Sales flyers are another fantastic tip on how to make some extra money, how to save some time in terms of advertising and such. We actually make the sales flyers for you. This is something you can access again at transferexpress.com under the marketing materials section. The sales flyers are already made and they're ready to go. All you have to do is download them and then customize them. And the image that we're looking at here is one of the sales flyers that we have made for you. Notice there are two boxes there that say Design 1 and Design 2. You can easily go to our EasyView online designer and make up two designs to put onto this particular sales flyer. Now, we do only have two spots because it is a very, very intelligent strategy to limit choices. You don't want to fill a whole page with a bunch of different designs from EasyView. You want to limit it to one or two really nice designs. And then this makes it easy for your customers to distribute. That makes it easy to get orders from schools and organizations. This is a great way to drum up some business. It's also fast to do. So if you're going to take a meeting with a local athletic director or some kind of advisor for any high school clubs or what have you, this is something that you can easily download and whip up quickly and then take with you to that kind of sales meeting. And it looks professional. It looks great. All the artwork is great because it's come out of our catalog, so it's all hip, current artwork. So this is a great way to make a little bit of money and or to drum up a little bit of business at the very least, and it doesn't take you a lot of time to do. Color changes. This is something that people don't always really think about, and a color change allows you to order a whole bunch of the same design, but midway through change the ink color to something else. For example, there we've got Jefferson Aviators with a little piece of clip art there, and what we've done here is it's the same exact design. It's the same exact thing. It's just some of them were in red, some of them were in white. So for example here, we could have gotten 15 of the red one, 15 of the white one, and then you get the 30-piece price break. Color changes allow you to change that color without having to get the lower price breaks. And it doesn't have to be even. We could have printed 10 of the red transfers, and then we could have printed 25 of the white transfers and gotten the 35-piece price break for that. So this allows you to get different colored transfers to put on all sorts of different kinds of garments, and you don't have to pay the lower price point. You get to pay the better price point. Now, the catch here is the artwork has to stay exactly the same. All the artwork, all the sizing has to stay exactly the same. It's only the ink colors that are changing. And as a side note, for those of you who do use EasyView and enjoy it, we do have a feature on EasyView where you can change the color there as well, very simply. But either way, this is a little tip that a lot of people don't realize. It's a great way to save some cash, and it's a great way to have a design be a little bit more versatile by changing the colors and offering a different kind of garment. And bear in mind, it doesn't even have to be a different kind of garment per se. if you were doing left chest logos, you could do a color change and then take the different color and put it on a mouse pad or a tote bag even. So the whole catch here is just to take advantage of the fact that you can have different colors without paying individual price points. And of course, these gang sheets go all the way up to any quantity you desire, and you can change it as many times as you'd like as well. For example, again, with Jefferson Aviators, we could have chosen to do 15 sheets of red, 15 sheets of white, and then 15 sheets of black, let's say. And your final quantity break would be adding all those up. And again, you can find the flyers on our website. The flyers are in a couple different places. I believe we have them in the marketing section, and we've also got them in a couple other different places. The help and education section of transferexpress.com as well. So when you go to the flyers page and check them out, you will notice that this that I'm showing you here on the page, this is one of the flyers, but we do have more than just that. We do have several other flyers that are made up with more spots to do a little bit more advertising. It all depends on what you want to create a flyer for. And just to correct myself here, since Sheila's asking, where are the flyers on the website at? If you're going to go to transferexpress.com, you're going to see there's a red toolbar across the top of our page. One of the links on the toolbar says Help, Education, and Videos. And you're going to hover over that Help, Education, and Videos. Once you get there, at the very, very, very bottom of that window, you're going to see a link for sales flyers. And you're also going to see the link for that retail price list we just talked about a second ago too. But I encourage you to check it out. Once you get there, you're going to see that there's a bunch of different flyer options for you to choose, a bunch of different sales flyers you can use and download. And it's all free. You don't have to pay for them or anything. So definitely a great tool for you. So now I've mentioned it a couple times. It always surprises me how many of our customers aren't aware of the sheer amount of resources available on our EasyView. If you are a customer with Transfer Express, meaning you have purchased at least one order from us, then you get a dealer ID and a password that gives you access to EasyView. EasyView is, think of it as a sort of a graphic design software junior on our website at transferexpress.com. And I say that because it is incredibly easy to use. You do not have to have any kind of art background. And actually, a great example of this, we're in the process of training some new customer service reps here at Transfer Express. They're customer service people. They do not have any kind of art background. They are not graphic designers in any capacity. We sit them down at computers, we open EasyView, and they can learn easily by themselves. In 20 to 30 minutes, they have used all the different features, they've used all the different functions, and can repeat it. That's how easy it is to use the EasyView. So if you're somebody who doesn't understand the art programs out there and you're somebody who doesn't have the money to hire a graphic designer, EasyView is a fantastic option. It's been preloaded with over 5,000 total layouts. Now, you don't have to start with a layout. We have plenty of customers who do amazingly creative things, starting from just a blank slate and adding their own text and clip arts. But hey, if that's not your thing, we've got 5,000 layouts. We've got 7,000 different pieces of clip art and over 120 fonts. So you can do incredible things with EasyView without being a graphic designer yourself. And you don't have to hire one. And on top of all of this, what's nice is after you've created a design in EasyView, you can easily print it out. You can preview it, what it'll look like on a shirt. You can proof it to your customers. And then once your customer has approved it, everybody's happy with it, everything's copacetic, you can get back with us and actually place the order right from EasyView into our system here at Transfer Express, simply by clicking on a couple buttons, adding in a quantity, adding in a transfer type, and boom, done. So EasyView is a fantastic tool. This is something that everybody should take advantage of. And if you haven't used it before, please, please do give it a try. You will see it is incredibly simple. The layout is very intuitive, and it just takes a moment to read the buttons, do a couple clicks, and boom, you'll have custom artwork ready for transfers in no time at all. So do check out EasyView if you have not played with it yet. Here is probably one of the biggest hints and tips I can give you. And it's funny because this is a service we've offered for a lot of years here at Transfer Express. And it's funny because not a lot of people realize it exists. We have a system we call custom clip arts. Now, you can handle custom clip arts one of two ways, but the point of them is you have a piece of artwork that you know you're going to use over and over and over again. Maybe it's a local high school you do a lot of business with. Maybe it's a local business that you're doing all their uniforms and all their other stuff. Either way, you have a logo that you know you're going to need printed all the time. We can save that logo as a piece of clip art. Now, what that means is that you won't actually have to pay custom pricing because we've taken that artwork and we've saved it. You get to pay the cheaper easy print pricing right off the bat. And as an added bonus, that piece of clip art gets added into EasyView, and you can manipulate that artwork and place orders for it in EasyView as well. So if you've got a local high school, they have a local cardinal head, let's say. Here in Mentor, we are the Cardinals, and we've got our own special cardinal head. We don't want any of the other cardinal heads that are in the idea book because we have our own. So what we could do is we could save our cardinal head as a custom clip art, and we could access it from EasyView and get easy print pricing for it. Now, if you choose to send us a piece of clip art and have us save it right off the bat as artwork for CCA, that is a $60 fee. If you have a design that you did in the past that we've already drawn up the custom artwork for it for another order in the past, then we can save that for you as a $15 fee. And I should note, when we do save these clip arts for you, they are saved privately for just you. Nobody else gets access to these clip arts but you, so you don't have to worry about competition and honing in or anything like that. So I encourage everybody, if you have a design, a custom design, and you know that you're going to use that custom design more than one time, consider having it saved as a custom clip art. You could actually save money in the long run because you won't be paying the custom pricing. So definitely check that out. If you're interested, if you want to hear more about the custom clip arts, do call our customer service reps. They can walk you through the custom clip art process, help you decide where to go with it. Another money-saving tip here, and this is probably the one that could save you the most money, actually. And thank you for Georgianne for putting up that link there into the chat box for where to find the custom clip arts. But this is probably one of the most money-saving tips in the whole webinar here, actually, is use the gang sheets. Use the sheets. The paper we print on here at Transfer Express when you do your screen printed transfers is 11 1/4 by 14. So that's 11 1/4 by 14. You are paying per sheet of paper. So what this means is that you can do whatever you want on that sheet of paper. As long as the transfers aren't touching and you can actually cut them apart, then you can do whatever you want. So fill that sheet as much as possible. If you have a tight budget and you're trying to do as much as you can with as little as possible, we've all been there and done that, choose rectangular designs. Choose designs that are wide but short or tall but skinny, because then you can fit a whole bunch of stuff onto one piece of paper. Saves you a whole bunch of money that way. Also, something to consider, some people get stuck doing a piece of artwork in standard adult size, let's say. Standard adult size is 11 by 11, and that's great. But if you slightly shrink your artwork sometimes, you can fit more than one on a page. So don't get stuck on having to do adult size. I have to do adult size. It's an adult t-shirt. If you can shrink a piece of art by 1/2 inch and have enough space to get 2 on a sheet, nobody's going to notice it's been shrunk by only 1/2 inch. So don't hesitate to play with sizing and see how you can get 2 on a sheet. Now, the picture here that's on this slide actually is another fun point when talking about gang sheets. This picture is actually straight from our EasyView system we just talked about a moment ago. So EasyView is nice because you can not only put the artwork together, but then you can actually make your own gang sheet. In this case, when we made the Giants design, we could clearly see there was a lot of space left on the sheet, and we could see that after making tigers and flipping it around and adjusting it, easily fit 2 on there. So do not hesitate to play with sizing and use that whole sheet of paper. Now, actually, we could have taken the picture here a step further even. We could have added a little baseball clip art. Maybe we could cut out some baseballs and put them on some tote bags for the parents or for some mom shirts or something. Either way, we could have put another baseball or 2 in the middle there. And again, it would have just been simply having to cut all of these things out. But you save so much money, and you are actually, it's pure profit at that point, because the gang sheets don't cost any extra. You're not paying any extra to put anything else on that sheet. So by adding things like little pieces of clip art or little extra lines of text, it's pure profit at that point. So definitely something to think about. Next time you're on EasyView and you're putting together an order, don't leave any open space. Fill it with something you might use. I mentioned this a little bit earlier in the webinar, so here is the gang sheet calculator. So if you are planning on doing a gang sheet, you're thinking about doing that, and you're curious to see how many you can fit on a sheet, our gang sheet calculator, if you're not using EasyView already and putting it together yourself visually, the gang sheet calculator allows you to plan for how many can fit on a sheet. So in the example that I'm giving you here on the screen, at the top left, we've got the gang sheet calculator. We are telling it that it's going to be 3 by 3. You hit calculate and boom, 12 up on a sheet. So what's nice then is you can plan now, even if you're not putting the design together, like I said, on EasyView yourself, you can plan and know that your 3 by 3 design is going to be 12 on a sheet. Now, the other image I'm showing you at the bottom right there, that is our gang sheet image chart that can be found in our pricing guide. It is a similar concept, but just rounded off to whole numbers and showing you again how many can fit per sheet. So you would just start at one size on the left side and then scroll your finger over till you find the size that would be the other dimension. For example, I would start at 3 and then roll my finger over till I hit the other 3, and I would see that, boom, 12 on a sheet. Very simple. So this gang sheet calculator is available at transferexpress.com. And then the gang sheet images chart is available in the price guides that we send you when you request information or when you start your account here at Transfer Express. We have a couple different number calculators here also. Oh, you know what? Thank you, Eloise. That's a great point too. The number calculators that we have available are based on our number product that we sell here at Transfer Express, our Easy Print numbers. The numbers are sold in packs of 5. They're also sold in express packs, which is enough for one team of kids, 15 of the number 1 and 5 of everything else. And then we sell the numbers in massive league kits. The league kits are enough to do 15 teams, 1 through 15. So we have a couple different ways of selling the numbers. The downside is that it means that it could be a pain for you to figure out exactly how many packs and how much of what to send or to purchase in terms of doing your numbers. You might be doing a couple teams, you might be doing a whole league, and it can be a pain in the butt to have to do all that math, frankly. Nobody likes to do it. I certainly don't. Our number calculators are great because you can bring up the number calculators, and depending on what information you have, you can punch it into the calculator and we'll actually tell you how many packs of what to buy. We'll even do a little comparison for you to show you what's cheapest, and I believe I have that here on the next slide. Here we go. So a customer went to our number calculator, typed in what they needed, and this is the result screen that pops up. Now it's showing this customer that you've got a couple options. You could order 42 individual packs of numbers, and we can see at the bottom it would cost $60.90. Or you could purchase 6 express packs. And remember, the express packs were the ones that had 15 ones, 5 of everything else. So the express packs, those would be $95.70. That's not exactly what I'm looking for, though. That's a little bit extra and too many extra numbers for $95, not what I wanted. The next column we see, one league kit would cost $78. And it gets me everything I need. So now, actually, I can look at this and go, okay, you know what? This is a perfect amount, actually. It's only a couple dollars more than the 42 rather, than the 42 individual packs. It's only a little bit extra, and I'm getting a bunch of extra numbers just in case. Because we all know you're going to have that kid that joins at the last minute, and you have to figure out a number for them and get their jersey done too. So anyway, my point here is that by comparing the 3 different ways that we do numbers, you can easily choose the cheapest way for you. So saving as much money as possible. Here's something to consider. Now, some of you out there in listing land may not have messed with the digital transfers. They've been around for a little while now. I know a lot of people, we like screen printing. We're screen printers, and that's what we're used to. But we've been encouraging people that sometimes you can save a lot of money just by using our digital process instead of the screen printing process. So the minimum for a digital order can really be just one piece. Now, if you need 10 or less, it's a great option. It's a great option because you can order small quantities like that. They're best for the small images. Like in the example here, we've got Compton Soccer Club. Looks kind of like a pocket shape on the left chest there. This is a very cost-effective order because the CAD prints, the digital process, is priced by square inch. So by doing something small like this, that's only 4 by 4 or 4.5 by 4.5, or in our example, it's 4 by 3.8. You're actually going to get a very cost-effective price because it is so few square inches. Okay. So using this design as an example, and it's only 3 colors. It's just red, white, and blue. For screen prints, these little left chests would be $361 a piece. But because we use digital, they were only $208 per piece. This is something that does commonly happen with the digital products because it's not taking into account how many colors there are. It doesn't matter how many colors when it's digital. We print all the colors regardless. Screen print, if you want red, white, and blue, we have to burn a red screen and a white screen and a blue screen. They have to be printed in order and separately, and it's a time-consuming process. It takes a little bit more money, hence the 3 colors and all that. So digital is a fantastic option in this case, and any case where you've got a small design, you've got a lot of colors, and keep in mind you can also do the low quantities when you're doing digital. So all fantastic options here, all great ways to save some cash. All right, everybody. So, okay. Good question from Michael here. We'll go back to the previous slide for just a second. Michael's asking, does the price for digital include masking? Yes, Michael, it does. When you order CAD prints from us at Transfer Express, we prepare them all the way. So we will mask it. We'll get it ready to go. When you receive the CAD print, all you'll need to do is peel off the white or yellow masking, the backing rather, and then put it down and press it. 1, 2, 3, done. So we do prepare that whole process for you. You don't have to do any of the work other than sheerly just pressing the CAD print when you order CAD prints from us. Jason's got a good question here too. What about the durability of screen prints versus digital? That's actually a really great question. In terms of durability and laundering, screen print and digital is pretty much the same. They have different things that happen to them when they age, obviously. Screen print, when it ages, it does eventually crack. Now, we very high quality process what we do here at Transfer Express, but it is still screen printing. So, Jason, if you blast in the dryer every day for weeks upon weeks, the screen print does eventually crack. The digital products, the CAD prints, they don't actually crack. But the digital products over a long period of time do have their own durability and wear that they have, just like any other decoration. It is possible for some of the colors to scrape a little bit and for some of the colors to dull just a little bit. But I will tell you that the digital process does take a long time to reach that point. I have plenty of shirts in my closet from when we first started selling CAD prints many years ago that look still fantastic to this day. There's a little imperfection here, a little imperfection there, just from years of using the dryer. But aside from that, either way, both decoration methods will last the life of the garment. So that's the important thing to note there. Jen is asking, how many is a small quantity? In reference to the different decoration methods, Jen, digital, a small quantity is sort of, it's hard to quantify because in digital, you can do whatever quantity you want, really. We can print just one piece of a digital product for you if you wanted. It is subject to a $25 minimum when you do digital, but you can order as few as 1 or 2 pieces if you really wanted to. Screen printing, the problem in terms of a small quantity, at that point, 10 pieces tends to be a small quantity for screen printing. And unfortunately, 5-10 pieces of screen printing can sometimes be a little bit on the cost ineffective side. It all depends on what you're printing, of course. So definitely worth checking digital when you have those low quantities, 5-10 pieces. And do we offer CAD cut for digital? Yes, that's what we're talking about, Janice. It is CAD cut. We call them CAD prints here at Transfer Express. So it is CAD prints, opaque, express prints, and subblock as well. All right, everybody. So I appreciate all the questions. We had some great questions today, actually. If you have any questions, please do not, after the webinar, please do not hesitate to email us or give us a call, info@transferexpress.com or 1-800-622-2280. I do want to point out to everybody that we do have our brand new Facebook page. If you haven't seen it before, if you've never joined us on Facebook, Transfer Express has its very own Facebook page. So please do hit us up. Like us and follow us. It is worth the time and energy. We are putting out a lot of really interesting information on our Facebook page. Our marketing department has put a lot of work into that, so definitely check us out. Lots of fun there. Read our blog as well. A lot of the topics and tidbits that we've talked about today actually started at the transferexpress.com blog, so please do not hesitate to hit our blog and give us a glance, read us over. I encourage all of you to join us next month for Get Off the Rails Advanced EasyView Training. This is going to be a lot of fun, everybody. If you have not used EasyView yet, then take this next 30 days to use EasyView, mess with it, try it out, see what you think. Those of you who have used EasyView, though, next month is going to be a webinar you're going to want to join us for. We're going to show you a whole bunch of stuff in EasyView that you might not know you can do. We've made the software as user-friendly as possible, but there are some fun features that not everybody knows exists. And for those of you who are advanced and ready to explore EasyView even more, we're going to take you through a whole bunch of fun stuff. So next month is going to be a heck of a lot of fun, everybody. So make sure to join me. It's going to be July 9th from 2 to 3 p.m., same time, same place. So thank you, everybody, for joining today. Thank you for sitting through our little technical difficulty we had in the first couple minutes. But I hope everybody got something interesting out of the webinar in terms of some tricks to save a little bit of cash or to make your life a little bit easier. And again, if you want the recording, it will be available at transferexpress.com under our Help, Education, and Video section. So thank you, everybody, for joining me, and I hope everybody has a fantastic rest of your day. Thanks, guys.